Hello everybody and welcome to American Geordies. Now this is going to be a little different than you're used to looking at. And so what I've decided to do is, someone I know in real life has gifted me a subscription to Ground News and I have that open on a second monitor. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Minecraft while looking through Ground News and sharing my thoughts about what I see. Now the reason I'm making this so lax is because this comes with a disclaimer. Everything I say is going to be an opinion, and it's not even going to be as well researched as my normal videos. Because even though a lot of my normal videos start with me looking at a news article, I do a week or two of research to verify everything I want to talk about. If I'm just going off of what I see on the headlines that pop up on my feed, I'm going to have conjecture, I'm going to have opinions, I'm going to be theorizing, I hope to not delve into conspiracy territory, but I might. I don't know. And obviously I'm in a creative world, so I'm going to meet you back in a survival world. I was just messing with shaders to make sure I had something that ran decently fast. This is really pretty. Okay, I'm just going to rename that save file later. So let me see what it saved to, because I like the seed so far. I'm going to name it Gary. So let's optimize the world and make sure all data is stored in the most recent game format. This can take a very long time depending on your world. Once done, your world may play faster but will no longer be compatible with older versions of the game. I know what I'm doing. Sure, fuck it, yeah. I'm cool with that. So, spruce might be my favorite wood. And that is because of how easily you can farm it. Now I've got some basic shaders running, and I might turn them off if it gets too laggy, but I wanted it to look pretty for YouTube. Since the Minecraft community, since I played seriously back in middle school, has gotten a lot more concerned about the making Minecraft run really poorly on a computer. It used to run on Raspberry Pi, if you can believe that. So before I get into Ground News, I want to talk about state of the channel, where it's going, New Year's resolutions, and all that. So on top of my normal videos, I'm going to be doing this, and a friend of mine is working on starting a podcast with me, which you won't see it up today, but later today, on the actual day I'm recording this, she should be coming over and we should be building a backlog so that we can... Yo, already? Banger seed. So, I know some of my community is going to be too old for Minecraft. This means that underneath this tree is an underground biome, which has a lot of fun stuff in it. So I think that we are going to settle down here. Now, you might be looking at the title, and it says Season 1, Episode 1, or S1E1. And I'm going to break this up into seasons just for my own beautification purposes. You know, when I play Minecraft, I don't really care about beating the game as much as I care about building a base. So every time I'm comfortable with the final state of my house, I think I'm just going to generate a new world, MC edit the old base into it, or whatever the modern equivalent of MC edit is. I think MC edit has been not a thing for over a decade now. It was a tool for copy and pasting structures from other worlds into new worlds. And then we'll build a new base and go on from there. I would like to beat the Ender Dragon at least once, because I have actually never done that. But maybe. But like I was saying, my priority is always building. I'm not even the greatest builder, but it's the part of Minecraft I enjoy the most, is the building. Alright, so I think I think there's a coast that way, if I remember my vantage point correctly. So we're going to build a path from the coast to this tree so I can always find it. And we will start building there, I think. So, this upcoming podcast I'm planning with my friend, we're going to call it Dirt Poor and Nerdy. And we're going to discuss politics while playing whatever nerdy tabletop game we feel like playing. I have, if anyone here plays Magic the Gathering, I have designed a commander deck around the idea, the memory of Joe Hill, a labor hero who, his full name was Joel Emmanuel Homegalin, and he started working on railroads over in Europe. He learned English working the rail line, and then he came to America, and when he saw American working conditions, he started writing songs about it. And somewhere in Utah, you know, he's becoming a bigger name, and there was these two people who were killed coincidentally while he was unaccounted for. So he got framed for the murder of these two people, and then sentenced to death for it. His final will, which was passed through the cell bars of his jail cell, basically said, "Don't want anyone to fuss or moan. Moss does not cling to a rolling stone." I am forgetting... Ooh, Mushroom Island. Damn, this seed is good. I forget the full poem, but basically it's like, I don't want anyone to care too much, but let my memory live on and, you know, keep growing the seeds of the working class mentality. The never-ending fight for rights. I don't want to build on a stone coast. Let's see if we can get up a hill, maybe. And I'm going to check 51, 70, 109. Someone will remember that. I won't. Now, the big headline on ground news I'm seeing right now is that Maduro and his wife, if you don't know, Maduro is the president of Venezuela. They have been actually captured and are potentially going to face charges for narco-terrorism. Which, the debate is still out whether or not Venezuela was even sending drugs to us, because the way that they, you know, took out the drug boats left no opportunity to find evidence to prove anything, really. Let me see if I can get on a good hill and what I want to see, what am I going to look for. Okay, I might be turning shaders off. This is getting slow. I don't like building in a snow biome. I just like the spruce wood. But also, the little bit of research I have done on Venezuela, and I think I have a video up on the channel. If I do, I'm going to throw it up right now so you can look at it. Whoa, that holy lag, Batman. Okay. I'm going to go max potato on the shaders. Hopefully now my lag issue is solved. It is nighttime now, so I probably should not have been fucking around with it for as long as I did. My render distance is only half as long this time, so we'll see how that goes. So I was gonna go build a boat and check out the Mushroom Island, see what I get from that. We'll spend the night on the Mushroom Island because mobs don't spawn there. Alright, so we're on the Mushroom Island. Let's start getting our most basic resources covered. So we're going to need to get some stone. And you know what? Yeah, let's make a wooden shovel real quick. Just because I'd rather get sideways than down. And there we see stone. Let's go. I think come daytime, we're going to go back for that lush cave and then get most of the resources from it that we care about. And then probably dip. Go find somewhere like a plains biome to go build a house. I'll meet you guys back when it's daylight out. Okay, so it's daytime now. And I'm going to collect this back up. And I'm looking at this current article also about the attack on Venezuela. That's highlighting 2 troops dead and a helicopter hit. And I want to say something that might be a little controversial, but I do not blame Venezuela for those deaths. Those deaths are sad, but I blame Trump solely for any death of an American under his regime, especially since we did not have to go on this fight. But this current article I'm looking at says that President said special operators did an impressive job and warned we can't take a chance letting somebody else run and take over what he left or left off. So taking the president left a power vacuum behind. And there's a more than likely chance that they're gonna decide who gets to rule because they can't. Oh, it'd be so terrible to let Venezuela choose who rules themselves. So they're probably gonna pick who gets to rule over Venezuela, and it's probably gonna be someone that's willing to sell the U.S. a lot of oil for cheap prices that will ruin the Venezuela livelihood. Just like we've done in Iran like 3 or 4 times and had a lot of fake wars over. Because that's what we do. I should be seeing land by now. Did I go the wrong way? I'm going to go back to the island. Reevaluate my position. So let's see what... Since Ground News has this power, let's see what the center is saying about it. Oh, so it's worse than I thought. So Trump watched the live capture footage because apparently he has access to that, and it was as good as a TV show to him. I personally do not like the idea of our president looking at doing war crimes as TV entertainment. You can extrapolate from there how shit that is. It did go the wrong way, because this is not where I crashed into when I made my decision to be here. I went that way, so we go that way. Heading to the lush cave, like promised. Oh, so the 2 trips weren't killed, they were just hit. No deaths for U.S. forces in Venezuela. Neat. Okay, so that is good news, but I still blame Trump for that. Because, again, this is not something... We don't even have to use oil anymore. If we could double down on the alternatives, that'd be a lot of money for whoever's willing to take the chance on them. The issue is that the people who have always made their money through oil want to keep making their money through oil. It's a very dangerous system we live in. The tree. There's the tree. Now, I'm not going to cut down the tree because I kind of need to know where I'm going, but we're going to do a little bit of a spiral staircase down until we hit the cave. I should have been more updatey on the Venezuela situation. And I'm sorry that I couldn't post for a while. So there's this game called Factorio, which some of you might know is a very, has a certain demographic for people who like spending hours staring at a screen and doing numbers. and I spent the last 3 or so months trying to beat it for the first time. And I technically got really close, but like right at the end, I was faced with flaws in my design that go back to like the start of my game, so I just restarted the game 3 times because it was easier than rebuilding after I messed everything up. Surely I would have seen it by now, right? 'Cause this is a substantial hole. Yeah, I'm below sea level. I'm going to do the thing that you should never do in Minecraft, and I'm going to dig straight down, generally right here. Okay, that's dirt. That's stone. Okay, I guess so. That's the same level. We'll keep going. See what we see. I am seeing a lot of dirt, which makes me think that I might be close. Oh. There we go. So, let's collect some moss. I want to collect the glowberries too, and then we'll be looking for a place to start a house. This looks like a pretty weak, lush forest, so I'm not too keen on prioritizing my living space around it. Good source of clay if I ever need it. Get some iron, that'll help us wherever we decide to settle. Let's see what else Ground News has for me. Yo, pizza delivery spike near the. So have you guys ever heard of the pizza index? That apparently there are huge spikes in activity for the pizza chains around the Pentagon whenever they're about to make a huge decision. And so people just watch that. They watch how much they're ordering pizza in order to like determine when something crazy is about to go down. Historical records show the CIA ordered 21 pizzas on August 1st, 1990, the night before the Iraqi invasion of Kuwait. Ah, great. Love that that's part of our history. That since the 90s we've been ordering just a shit ton of pizza before we go and start conflicts where we have no business being. That's amazing for us, I think. Very indicative of the US. So I think we're going to explore the other side out from the Mushroom Island. Because I do want to stay near there. As like a just case. Because I haven't seen any sheep yet, which means I can't make a bed. What do you think their favorite pizza is? Do you think it's Domino's? I'll come back in and update you if I find anything useful. I literally just stopped the timer, but I'm seeing land. And is that a structure I see, or just an oddly shaped mountain? Hill. Not a mountain. Hill. I think that's just not a structure. Can't really tell. Cool if it was, though. I do want these, the firefly bushes. That is a structure. No, it's not. That is interesting. What is that? I've never seen that structure before. Hey, there's another mushroom island over there. So I'm gonna go out this way. I'm kind of looking for a village so I can steal a bed. I'm liking the spot, the idea of maybe bunkering down in the ocean right here. Because I'm seeing a lot of good stuff, like, in the viewpoints of right here. But we're going to go check this out. So I see another structure over there. Could that be a village? I have so many lights in my face right now, I can't see. You can probably see my screen better than I can. It's all about the recording quality, baby. I could turn the screen brightness up. Kill two birds with one stone. Get to turn off that light that's shining in my face, making the webcam quality better. How much we got left in the night cycle? Not a whole lot. Sorry, I'm not nearly good enough at Minecraft to, like, keep you guys entertained with adventure while also worrying about food. Oh wait, there was sheep up there, wasn't there? I need that. No, that's pigs. Sheep. Sheep, sheep, sheep. Okay, let's get to a corner where I don't think anything can sneak up on me. And we are going to make a sword real quick. And we're going to look over this island for some sheep and or a village in the adjacent area. So, in this country, we have been saying for months that we don't want this to happen. We know exactly why it's happening, and we have no way to stop it. And now, as an American citizen, this is now part of our reputation, that this is something that we as a people have done, is attack Venezuela. I don't like that. I don't want to be associated in any way with this warmongering president we have. The president of peace, who campaigned on peace. No more wars, going for a war on oil. And it would be one thing if oil was scarce, but our offshore oil, I think 2024 I did the research on this. I'm not sure if I ever made a video about it, but I have a script sitting somewhere that we had exported more oil in, I think, 2023 and 2024 than we imported, which means we are producing ourselves more than enough oil. The problem is that it's not cheap, like slave labor oil from another country. That is the entire issue. And we'd rather go be an asshole to the rest of the world than solve the root problems that cause, you know, oil prices to be so shit. Such as the slow conversion to electric. Now, I know that not electric isn't for everybody, and it's almost designed to be that way, because the only electric vehicles in the market are at such a crazy markup because they're seen as a luxury item instead of an every man's vehicle. I would go EV in a heartbeat if they were like $3,000 beater cars the way gas vehicles are. And I get that the technology for it is still new, and we kind of rushed for the technology. That's not a good excuse, though. Where'd I put my furnace? I lost my entire orientation, by the way. Okay, oh. There's the 3 rocks. Let's go back to that island and see what that structure was, because I haven't seen that structure before. And if there's loot, that could give me a good jump start. But also, nuclear is basically safe now. If we had invested in thorium reactors, like some other countries now are doing, we could have been leading the energy, the world in energy, with completely safe reactors like 30 years ago. The only reason, like, now other countries are researching liquid salt reactors, which a main property of a liquid salt reactor is that the way that they work and the way that they cool, if they were in the middle of a meltdown, they would stop their own meltdown. And they use thorium, which is a much more obtainable metal than uranium. We stopped research on that, like, in favor of uranium for war-mongering purposes. That is something we actually did, I believe. I shouldn't say those words while I'm in this period of conjecture like I said I am. I do not like that we keep throwing shit away and good progress away in favor of profits. Because that's not something we have to do. That's something that is specifically chosen to do because we've privatized our energy. We've privatized a lot of things that could be public. But mainly, it's privatized energy that learns that they can profit the most by using foreign, basically slave labor to get all their oil. Okay, so there's just you and you there. That's interesting. Okay, there's a chest. Buried treasure map. That could get us somewhere. Let's get rid of that. I want this chest, because I don't have chests yet. Steal the wood. This is not... That's dark oak. Yeah, I don't want that. Okay, let's go kill that drowned. See if we can get... Do you have a spear? If you did, you'd probably be hitting me with it now. Yeah. Yep. Let's see if we can get your fishing rod, because that would be food. Okay, now there's too many of you. Chill, bro, chill. Okay. So we got an island there. We got this here, that there. Let's go to the 3 rock, see what's at the 3 rock. Oh, that's not rocks, that's a shipwreck. Hold on. This might be worth. God. My shaders are not making it easy to look underwater. forget where the chest is on this. Is it in here? I am not gonna do... I don't feel comfortable doing the whole swim thing. New swimming is scary. You know, I've been playing Minecraft since before they actually had swim animations. Yeah, that's not it. And I'm going to... Hey, kelp! I need that. Okay, how about... Yeah, there we go. That's some stuff. That's armor, so let's see what we can do with that. Let's throw that in, get the armor, put the armor on, get back up. What is this? Projectile thorns. Okay, what else do I want from here? Take the wheat. Take the armor trim. Give away the arrow. Take that back. Give away the stick. Take that back. Okay. So, that was pretty cool. I'm gonna go to the Mushroom Island for the night. There's another island to explore over there that I think I will in the morning. Yo, but it puts me back in view of the, Huh. That's cool. So I'm gonna build... I'm just gonna get on top of this mushroom. I'm gonna let this run. I'm gonna go get myself something caffeinated because I am sleepy. Yeah. I've got caffeine gum and an orange I'll peel next night cycle. Now with the rest of this night cycle, I think I'm going to look at a news article I can talk about again. Oh shit, I already have this tab open. Never mind. Do you think Maduro's going to face the death penalty for this? Are we just going to straight up kill a guy for fake war crimes? I wouldn't put it beyond America to do that. Hey, we tried to kill Luigi. A mountain lion. 96% center coverage. Yeah, of course the center doesn't care about anything political. Man fought off a mountain lion weeks before a suspected fatal Colorado attack. On Thursday, a suspected mountain lion attack on Crozier Mountain Trail near Glen Haven around 12:15 p.m. left an unidentified woman dead. Two hikers saw her body around 100 yards away. In recent weeks, neighbors said they saw a female mountain lion and her cubs crossing toward a stream. And Gary Messina fought off a mountain lion on the same trail during a dark November morning. Colorado Parks and Wildlife. Ooh, Colorado does have something political going on. Let me see if I can search it. The Colorado Ski Resort. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. The Telluride ski resort in Colorado closed due to a labor dispute. This whole community is shut down. Some people, like, starving right now because of this shit. Since June? You'd think the pressure would be on from to solve that a little sooner than that, don't you think? But I was seeing conversation about this online where basically this whole community is employed by the ski resort in some way, shape, or form, and or is dependent on the tourism from it. And this whole community is going under because the fucking CEO won't share enough money to pay everyone a fair wage, which someone mathed out to be 1% of the wage required. Now, I'm not sure how much of that is true, and that might be another video for me to do research on, but it is very concerning, and something you should know about. And also, don't be a scab. If you're planning on going to the Telluride ski resort, don't. Show them that no. Us workers are all in this shit together. That's how it's always is, will be, and should be. So until the agreement is met, we are not giving that guy any profits he doesn't deserve. Fair? Is that a church? No, it's not. No, is that? Is that a structure I'm looking at? Looks like another one of those island huts from, like, the other one. It's pretty cool. Minecraft didn't have all this stuff back in the day. I feel like an old guy talking about it. What is that? Is that wood? That's a pirate ship! That's so cool. Paper. We keep the buried treasure map. Take the chest. Everything else is garbage to me. See, I want to know where a village is before I decide on a base location. Because having cool resources is one thing, but being near a village or in a position where I could go search out the village is a great way to, you know, just get an early start on some late game resources. Sheep! Prepare to die! Ah! Oh, I can't even pick up your wool. I don't need leather at the moment. Don't need feathers at the moment. Hell yeah, now I can make a bed. Ooh, that's a cute pond. Yes, let's go! Okay, let's loot the village and then we settle. That's a Fletcher. That's a bed. What you got? Bread and saplings. We could get rid of some cobble. for bread. Whoa. Sorry, man. I got all of that. I'll take your chest, though. You don't need it. Cave system might be worth exploring. Ooh! This is helpful. Let's get our meats in there too. Food. Yeah, we're not gonna get any more of that. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and almost forgot to grab the chest. And that goes in straight into the bundle. Good find. Good find. Just bed. And you. Alright. Next thing's next. Want to get all their hay bales because I can turn that into wheat. And that'll set me up for food for as long as it takes me to start my own farm. Speaking of which, I should have been punching grass for a bit now. Alright. Ooh, and that's a ruined nether portal over there. So that's more loot to get us started. Is that an island in this pond? I'm having ideas about how I want to build my base. Because if this is an island, like technically an island, which it is, sweet, I am building on top of this island. Golden carrots, I'll take that. Yeah. I'll take the golden hose. Let's see. Take that in there, take that in there. Take the lodestones and the flint. And the flint goes in there. Don't need the fire charge. Yeah, and I'll take the chest. Okay, and is there a gold block? Yes, there is. So we will take the gold block. Wait, I need iron for that. So never mind. That was almost really bad. Okay. So we have this. And we have our build location, just need to flatten it out some. I'm going to take this rooted dirt, because it's technically different from normal dirt. And I'm going to use it to build Well, let's cut this up because it's ugly. And this funky structure just to point where I came from. Yeah, no, that's as good as that needs to be. Do I have any torches left? I do not. Let's craft a bed real quick and skip the night. We're going to leave that there. Oh, I didn't want to move that yet. Actually, I do. I want to take this down a few levels. Because I need to make... Well, first of all, let's take our chests out and dump into those all of everything we don't currently need. Take this out and take this out. Okay. Let's get some charcoal on the way. Meanwhile, I'm going to build another furnace to smelt this ore. Get a single one of these, and we'll use it to make our first iron shovel. And now let's trim down this island a little bit so it's a little bit of a flatter surface to build on. I think 3 high is good enough for the island. So we'll trim it down till it's 3 or 4 blocks higher than the water level. And it'll still have its island aesthetic with that much looming over the ground. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. I like it. Let's take some dirt and do some land filling, because this is where the main part of the house I'm gonna plan on building is gonna be. Do I have cobble? I do have cobble. So let me do bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom. I don't have a pickaxe on me. Where do I throw it all? This one? Yeah. Give me that. I want to build a retaining wall, but I want to make it look like it's coming out from underneath the grass. Yeah. That's... Always got to get the furthest vantage point to get the best idea. Okay, that looks fine. Fine. Now we're going to outline the shape of the actual house. And we'll lay cobble down for that. Yeah. So clear all this out, and even after I just filled it in, to make a cobblestone floor. Oh my god. Yeah, that's enough for my floor, at least. Pretty solid. Take my bed, actually throw it in the base and reset my spawn point in case I need to destroy any of this, which I think I might. Where's my saplings? I'm gonna keep 4 for later, but plant some of these now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. I'm gonna shove you just in here because I think it'll look alright. Take a hoe, take the seeds. Do I have seeds in the bundle? I do not. Cool. Sugarcane. No sugarcane either. Neat. Okay. Gotta start farming early before I get too lost in base building. So I'm not going to let any of this destroy the aesthetic of my house. So I'm going to take this over here. Sugarcane only grows on coasts. Take this and we start. Yeah, that's about right. That's not what I wanted. Ah, dear. Go back to bed. Get the other hoe. There she blows. Okay. Farm started. Trees planted. It's time to start building. So like I did with these logs, I think I'm going to do the same thing but with stone back here. Kind of give it a little bit of a bunkering down kind of feel to it. And I think I'm going to make the first level of this 4 high anyway. Yeah, I'll leave that as an excuse to have a built-in working staircase. So that and that. Let's make this corner stone too. But I'll put log here, log here. Yeah. So it's basically that half going this way is stone, and this half going this way is wood. And we'll build, I think, a good cross member would be cute once it's done being built. Got new saplings, that's good. Okay. Now, the reason I'm using spruce is because you can make super trees with spruce. And I need a good spot to build like super trees. And I think I like to do it underground. And I think I'm going to waste my time while I wait for those to grow, actually digging out a shit ton of ground for that. And I plan, because, I mean, I don't have to, but I plan on combining it with a few other kinds of farms. That being said, I probably should just make a super tree above ground first. I'm going to do it in the middle of the lake, though, for a few reasons. So let me grab 4 of these saplings. So when you grow a super spruce, it turns all the blocks around it in an 8-block radius into pad soil. Or should all the dirt in an 8-block radius into pad soil. And pad soil is very ugly. So I don't want it messing up the rest of my ground. So we'll just throw that super spruce down over there, and if it grows, we'll know. But I am going to start work on the excavating I want to do, because I can't really build until I have more spruce. Now there is an exploit in Minecraft where all the mobs in a chunk like to go to the highest route to the highest point, even if it's inaccessible. So you can create traps that abuse this mechanic and get them to wander blindly into a trap door by building a huge pillar of dirt in a barren, hollow, flat grass spot. A super spruce needs about, I like to give it a 10 by 10 to a 12 by 12 area. I think I'll give it 16 by 16 just to have an excuse to excavate more land. Ooh, a ravine. Maybe we'll do it over here. Give me an excuse to check out this area more often. So if I'm going to do 16 by 16, that means I need, and I'm going to do 4 quadrants. So that means I need a 32 by 32. So I think I can get that to fit in this area, so let's just mark that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, bop. Check. So 89. I should be 34 blocks different when I get to here. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 18, 15, 16. Bada bing, bada boom. Sounds Gucci. Need to get back to my island. I need to make all my bread. Creeper on my island? No, man. Come here, buddy. I promise I'm not going to hurt you. You're gonna hurt yourself. Come in the water. You're kidding me. They're supposed to be mute in the water. When did that change? That pisses me off. Didn't have anything important on me, though, so it's fine. And it's still early. Let's make another boat just to keep on me. No, wait, no. I wanted to empty this bundle because I have food in here. Yeah, baby. Take the hay bales too. Food. Okay. Do I have any more? Okay, I don't need that much more to mark out my thing anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Bada bing, bada boom. This is the area. Hey, the super tree grew. We'll take care of that first. That is the higher priority, is to keep farming the wood and building with it. I'm gonna sit here for a moment, waiting for saplings to drop. So, yeah, let's look at this article. Telluride Ski Resort in Colorado to close Saturday due to labor dispute. Fort Collins, Colorado farm. Telluride, one of the best-known ski resorts in the western U.S., plans to close in the coming days due to a labor dispute between its owner and the Ski Patrol Union. Ooh, unions! I love a union! The Telluride Professional Ski Patrol Association voted Tuesday to strike Saturday after contract negotiations since June failed to yield an agreement on pay. With no more talks planned before the weekend, Telluride Ski Resort said it will not open that day. We are concerned that any organization, partially one that exists to help people, would do something that would have such a devastating effect on our community. The owner said that. The union exists to help the workers. Saying that the union is hurting the community because you won't pay them is probably one of the most evil things you could say as an owner. Because everyone who has 2 cents jingling around in their brain can tell exactly what that means. It means you're a cheap fucking bastard. It was not immediately clear whether the closure will last longer. Resort officials were working on a plan to reopen even if the strike continues, according to the statement. They're working on a scab plan. When they want to open while the strike is continuing, that's relying on scabbers. Patrollers are seeking to be paid more in line with their counterparts at other resorts in the union. They're not even asking to get paid more. They're asking to get paid fairly what the others in the area are getting paid. That is, for a union, that should at least be the basic necessities. Is you should pay your employees what everyone else is paying them. Union was starting pays rise from 21 to 28 per hour, and for wages patrollers went for 30 years, experience increased from 30 to 36. Now that sounds like a lot to a lot of people who haven't been in a union, but unions fighting for livable wages where you can actually afford to enjoy your life 21 an hour is kind of where that starts. That's not like the end-all be-all. In fact, they say livable wage is more than 100K a year nowadays. And so 100K a year divided by 52 weeks is about 2,000 a week divided by 40 hours. That's 50 an hour. So yeah, based on recent estimates, that's not a livable wage. Now, we all live on less than that because the economy is fucked and doesn't care about us. But everyone that's part of a union should be fighting for that constantly. Constantly. And if everyone was unionized, holy shit, we would already have it. Because billionaires do not deserve the money from our labor. I'm seeing the saplings drop. That, low-key, kind of pisses me off more than I can express. Oh, here we go. While resort officials sought to lay blame for the impending closure on the union, Andy Dennis, interim safety director and spokesperson for Patrollers Association, says it lies with Horning. Yeah. If you're a fucking rich asshole that can't afford to pay his workers more and has a reason not to, there is no such thing as a good reason not to. You are making enough money to pay those guys enough to enjoy life. You're choosing to keep them from enjoying life because it benefits you. I had a little rant about the number go up problem on my TikTok. Follow me at American Jordies, or it might be Nutriflesh, I don't remember. But that was, hey, we associated. The reason we started we started working on stocks because people invested in that and meant money. But they were able to market it to the working class because whenever the working class was doing better, also was the stock market. So they were able to turn to the working class and say, hey, this number represents how well you're doing. So if we increase this number, you'll do better, right? And so then they shat on the working class so hard to make that number go up. The stock market numbers, right? And so that just so they could turn around and say, hey, the economy's doing great. You're doing great. Don't you feel like you're doing great? Newsflash, we don't ever feel that way because you fucked everything up for us. Because I'm glad I found something to, like, truly be angry about. Yep. I think I'm gonna put like a stone pillar here. 1, 2, 3. Just to keep up the symmetry. It's gonna go till here. Yeah, one above me, and then we're good to turn the rest of these into planks. Leave room for a window. Yeah. That's good window size. Pop up. Yeah, let me just do the outline before I think too hard and hurt my brain. I'm gonna skip that because that's my access to the roof for now. So if I put the window here, yeah, and I covered that up, that still looks alright, I think. That would still look okay, I think. Yeah, and I don't want any windows on the stone part, because I want it to look like homey basement-like. That is a beautiful view. Okay, let's go get some stone. Let's actually... I have that. Ba-ba-ba. Hey, they grew again already. Let's go on a little mining trip. Because we do have that ravine over there. Okay, that's not the ravine I saw. That is a potential exploration. I want to look at the ravine though. Yep. Got iron over there. Let me use up the rest of the stone pickaxe. We need to get that coal too, maybe. Or any coal, really. Single block of iron. Amazing. This is pretty. Reminds me of like some of the set designs from How to Train Your Dragon. I haven't seen the live action yet. I don't like the idea of a live action, so I haven't seen it. But I heard it still holds up pretty well. Another L for those of us who still believe in traditional animation. Let's go check out the cave system. Probably should... if I find coal, I'll be alright. Gotta practice that trick early with the water. Ooh. Skelly bones. Die, 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 die. Yep. A single coal. Amazing. That's enough to get some torches down, though. Ooh, it's a big cave. Just creepers. Can I wash you guys away, maybe? Yo. Well, I got rid of one of them. And you're going bye-bye. Okay, I need to get some safety. Okay. Need coal. If I block the flow of this, and then release this, kill you, then we find coal over there. Neat. From there, we can make all the torches we need for the moment. Holy shit, that's crazy. That's straight to deep slate. Hey, iron. Is it gonna be just one block again? Yep, of course. Funky seed this is, with that and all. Okay. Oh, and there's coal in my hidey hole. Let's snag you in case I run out again. Fuck it, I can stay. Alright. Let's see if there's a safe way down. There is. Do I want to go down? Huh, something died there. Okay. Well, let's take a chance on that block of iron down there. That's on me. That's so on me. Oh, fuck. This is gonna be rough. Just, nope. I want torches first. Make this area safer next time I have to come down here for shit. Neat. Ink sac, that's good. A little too late game for stuff I need now. Okay. Area's lit up. I have this water column to get back up when I need it. I don't have any of my tools. Where's my tools? There's that. Does my pickaxe survive? I don't think the pickaxe survived. The iron ore I got did. Yeah. Let's regroup. Get some health back. There it is. Okay. Just need a few minutes. Let's keep looking at this article while we wait. He's being a bully. This is what bullies do. They take their toys and run. All he has to do is give us a fair contract and this would all be over. Ski patrollers sometimes argue for more pay on the grounds that the cost of living is high in ski towns, which is very true because they are a luxury town. But they are also responsible for people's safety. Patrollers' duties include attending to injured skiers and the controlled release of avalanches with explosive when no one's in range. So yeah, if they work with explosives, they should probably get some kind of hazard pay, especially if they're doing it to cause avalanches. Last year, an almost 2-week strike closed many runs and caused long lift lines at Utah's Park City Mountain Resort. The strike ended when Colorado-based Vail Resorts acceded to demands including a $2 an hour pay increase and raises for senior ski patrollers. So yeah, anyone that thinks that we don't need unions, this is why. Because senior, they don't pay for, what is it? They don't pay for tenure anymore. You get a pay and that's all you get until you quit. Jobs would be a lot more fulfilling if they didn't work like that. I would be still working at McDonald's because I fucking loved that job back in high school. But no, you can't live off this shit. Let's mine some iron and get the fuck out of Dodge. Okay, we leaving. I do not have the armor to be here much longer. Oh, that's pretty. Take a second to admire that. The way the blue shift is. I don't know how I'm gonna get out of here. Yes, I do. Dink. That's not where I wanted it, but it'll do. We'll put you there. There. Yeah. Are you done? Yeah. Bop, 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 bop. Hell yeah. Ta-da! I'm gonna... Yeah, we'll do it like this. Yeah. Does that look okay? Let me take that. Yeah, that's okay. Actually, I think I can close this off now. When I need to get to the roof, I will. I will find a way. Actually, yeah. Since this is all not windowed, we can put a staircase here. So let's say we have a bop, 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 3-block landing. Yeah. Holy shit. I almost forgot to start lighting up the island. To prevent shit from spawning on my island. And in my home. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so create the landing. Bop, 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 bop. Yeah, and let's chop down more of our trees here. Oh, I have a whole other stack here. Never mind. Crafting table, you're getting moved inside. It's your time. And we're gonna make stairs. One, two, three, four. 1, 2. Yeah. Make this like a little secret room. Not sure what to put in here, but it's cool. Maybe like an armor stand or something. Crafting table. Let's get our doors. That's not how you make a door. That is. Yeah, that way it blocks off the hidden room. And over here. Is that too much texture to have? Yeah, no, that's good. That's perfect. Now I just need to get a bunch of sand to start working on that. And let's start moving stuff inside. Let's take you. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. That's something. Do you still have enough for an iron shovel? Except my crafting table's inside now. So let's go get a shit ton of sand to make some glass. And then I think that'll be all I have for this episode. I think I'm going to steal from my little Arrow Point Island. Particularly because no one was going to care about this sand in particular. Yeah. That doesn't ruin the natural beauty too much. So let's take you, throw that in there. Let's go grab our chests. And our bed. Throw the bed up on the landing for now. And bop, 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 bop. Full inventory dump, so we can go grab the last chests, and we'll organize in another episode. Do I have planks still? Let's put a roof on this place, because I still have that time. Can I still get up these stairs like that? Okay, yeah, I can. Hey, wandering trader. What do you got? Nothing I need. I think that's all I got. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and stay a fan!